Well, hi there, everyone. Today I'm with Heather Fairly Denbrough, and she is a friend and colleague from a long time ago. And she is also a registered play therapy supervisor, a clinical supervisor. She sees clients at a community mental health center in Washington State, where she sees a handful of clients and supervises 5 therapists there. And Heather is a play therapy consultant and educator. So, welcome, Heather.
Hi, thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
Me too. I'm so glad you're here. So, Heather, we've got 10 more minutes. What's one thing you would love for the world to know?
I think that the most important thing that I want people to know is for all the therapists out there who struggle working with parents or feel like they can't be direct with the parents that they work with, there is another way and you can do it and it won't feel so uncomfortable. And I believe in you.
I love it. I think that that's moving and profound. So, Heather, how did you discover this?
Um, so when I was doing synergetic play therapy certification, we have to do a project in certification where you take any topic that you're really interested and apply synergetic play therapy to that topic. And at the time, I chose working with parents because I was just starting to get really interested in the ways that the more authentic and open and engaged I was with the parents that I was seeing, even the ones who seemed prickly or hard to engage with or kind of difficult throughout the course of therapy, the more I leaned in to being authentic with them, the deeper the relationships became.
That's so good. So, what is the first step someone would take in this journey?
For me, the first step of it was really getting deeply curious about what parents' experiences are of
Mm,
parenting, not just of parenting, right? But of
yeah,
parenting their very specific, unique, sometimes odd, sometimes prickly or irritable or whatever, right? Their particular kid,
yeah,
and getting really curious about what is it like to parent your child for you as a person. Yep. Getting
even as
really
you're saying
curious.
that, I'm like, oh, yeah, say that again. Sorry.
Getting really curious. What's it
Yeah,
like for you?
it's even not like, what's it like for you to be a parent? Because there could be other kids. It's like, we're talking about
This
one child and you. Oh, that's really beautiful. So, tell me, what's a common obstacle that people face?
So, therapists, I find a lot that, especially therapists who have not been in the field as long or just don't have like that kind of like foundation of experience where they start to feel really solid, love working with kids, right? And they're like, I love the kids are the best. And then when we say, well, what about the parents? They're like, well, that's actually the worst thing about working with kids, right? So I think one of the things that gets in our way, an obstacle, can be our mindset about how icky or clunky it is to work with parents. And then we feel like we want to lean away and avoid it.
Yeah,
So it's that tendency to avoid what makes us uncomfortable about being in the room with another adult.
yeah, yeah. And how do I know if I'm doing it right?
Hmm. You will know because the quality of the interactions that you will be having with parents is so much more connected. It's more raw, it's more authentic. You will have people pouring their hearts out to you about what it's like to parent their kid. And that connection of you seeing them for what it's really like for them changes everything.
Yeah, so good. The quality of the connection. It's so neat because I think, you were talking about just like, well, I love that you're encouraging everyone. Say, you can do it.
Hmm.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I think that goes so far. That goes very far. It's like, you can do it. And it's because you're in a position of educating play therapists. It's really, I think your encouragement is so important. And I think, you take me back to, because I did the synergetic play therapy certification with you, and you take me back to like, something was a high value for you for digging into the parent portion of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you speak to like how that became such a value for you or?
I think that, so I had a few experiences in my career where I hit upon this way of being very real and raw and curious with people. And I think it wasn't until I was mostly through SPT certification where I started to put the pieces together of, hey, here's what, this isn't some woo woo emotional thing of being like, let's just be connected or whatever. This is literally like, how are we using our capacity in our nervous systems to stay present while people are spilling sometimes these very intense things to us about what it's like to parent their child, right? And I had a few experiences, one especially with a very, very special parent that I worked with who was really one of the most difficult parents that I've ever worked with. And I worked with that parent for a very long time. And the experience of being in relationship and moving deeper and deeper into relationship with this person was one of the biggest things that turned that situation around.
Yes.
And being able to see it just opened my eyes to, there's an entire world of work to be done with these parents, some of whom have never had that kind of support, some of whom have never walked through the door of a therapy office before they walk through our door.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They've never had the support to do that kind of work or even know where to start. And so I think finding this place of softness with them became, the focus of my work with parents. Like, how do I come at this with tenderness and curiosity to develop the deepest connection possible in order to be present for them as they learn to be present for their children?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I hear two values there. I mean, yes, the parent piece and then just the value of authenticity
Yep.
and then how you leverage it in the parent relationship. And when you're talking about a challenging parent reminds me of, yeah, sometimes how rewarding it can be to break through. Sometimes we have a challenging child client. And we're
Yes.
like, when we get to the other side of something so similar.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think so I know as a new therapist, I was also scared. So it makes so much
Yeah,
sense. And
me
it's like,
too. Absolutely.
right? And you kind of moved back like this, like sometimes we try to avoid. So I think, yeah, that's like our yeah. And because it's mindset, like you're saying, and preparation. Do you
Yep.
think is that part of your educating?
Yep. Part of the education, like, I think everybody having a really solid understanding of the nervous system, how the nervous system plays out in human relationships, because then you can do things like track, what is this parent's nervous system doing as we're in this difficult moment together, right? And once you can start to see what the nervous system is doing, it's so much more difficult to like take it personally, right? Because our brain wants to tell us stories like, this parent doesn't like me. I'm not good at this. I don't know
Mm-hmm,
what I'm doing. They're
mm-hmm.
going to fire me, right? But once we can see what other people's nervous systems are doing, we can say to ourselves, they're protecting something, or they're experiencing something inside of themselves that may have nothing to do with me at all.
Yeah. And
And then you can
probably,
be so much more present.
yeah. And as both of us as synergetic play therapy practitioners, we learn to lean into it.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds like, because you don't always have time to educate a parent on everything that we do, but just the moment of you leaning into it to me imparts something so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, Heather. Well, that's our time. Thank you so much. This has been incredible. I'm going to make sure to include all your contact info in the description
Yeah.
so people can find you. And I can't thank you enough. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Maria.
You're welcome. Okay, hold on a second.